The latest Mercedes E-Class range is ever expanding. Since the saloon kicked things off last year, we've driven the Estate, the All-Terrain and the Cabriolet, and now we're driving the sleekest of the lot, the Coupé. It's actually based on the same underpinnings as the E-Class saloon, but as its name suggests, it has 2 doors and seating for 4. You've got the choice of a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol, 3-litre V6 petrol, or the 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel that we're driving here today. It's on sale now at just over £40,000, which actually makes it quite a bit cheaper than its closest rivals, the Audi A7 and the BMW 6 Series, but then quite a bit more than smaller rivals such as the Audi A5 and the BMW 4 Series.
Now when it comes to the way the Mercedes E-Class Coupé drives, actually perfectly suited for what it's meant to do, which isn't really performance and agility, it's more about relaxation and cruising. Not to say that this 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel can't produce a ton of speed when you want it to, it actually feels perfectly suited to the car, but it's more about cruising on the motorway where it's much more refined. Now the chassis, the suspension on this particular car has a few caveats because you won't be able to get this one in the UK. This is non-adaptive suspension. The UK cars will come with adaptive suspension as standard, but regardless it's comfortable, and we think that when in the UK you'll be able to soften it off even further in comfort mode, it'll be even better. And as I say, it isn't the most agile car. You can feel its weight in the corners. This particular car is 4-wheel drive, so it has plenty of grip, but its steering is a little bit numb, a little bit vague, and frankly you're going to be having fun in other coupes of a similar price.
Inside, the E-Class Coupé has lots of room for tall adults around the front seats, and while adults can sit in the back at a push, they won't want to be there for very long. The boot is a decent 425 litres, although that space is actually quite flat and has narrow access. The optional command infotainment system you see here is impressive though, and there's no faulting the firm's build quality. The E-Class Coupé really does feel like a smaller S-Class inside. Because of the way the Mercedes E-Class Coupé is priced, it doesn't really have any direct rivals, but nevertheless it stacks up well against those that it does have. The diesel we've driven here today is strong, it's competitively clean and frugal, and it's only really noisy when you push it extremely hard. Also rides well in its standard suspension, and the fact that it's not the sharpest coupe to drive won't matter to the majority of buyers. Add to that its fantastic cabin, and you have a very, very convincing coupe indeed. For our full review, just search Mercedes E-Class Coupé at whatcar.com.